I have a surprise.
Oh, no.
I did not write a letter.
I knew it.
You bitch.
I wrote the first chapter of my book,
Oh my gosh.
God.
and I'm going to read it to you.
I'm so shocked.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the finale.
It's a finale. It's a finale.
All we're missing is Andy.
I know.
Where he at?
Next season.
Next season, we'll come to you. You come to us. Whatever you wish.
We'll go to LA. Let's go.
He's in New York, isn't he?
We'll go to New York. Let's go.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are, Auntie. London,
go.
Tokyo, New York.
If you're not with us on YouTube, unfortunate, but we dressed up today because it's finale day.
Yeah.
And as most of us are Bravo fans, we thought it would be fun to do a little reunion special and dress up.
Yeah.
Feel
We are
fancy.
also recording this during award season.
That's true.
This weekend, while we're recording, is Grammy weekend
Yes.
on Sunday.
When do the Oscars come out?
It's a great question.
March.
March something? Maybe
Wow, so far away.
after the Super Bowl?
Uh-huh. Can we have that looked up, please? Because I'd like to know that for my own personal... March 10th.
March 10th.
March 10th.
Why did I always think it was in February? That's so weird.
Yeah.
I feel
They're
like
they're the
I-
last of
yeah.
the
True.
awards usually, so...
We have a different episode today because it is the end of season 1.
Yeah.
We're going to do some happies and crappies,
Mhm.
both in the last couple of weeks and also the whole season. Just if you have thoughts, now's the time to share them. But we're going to hear from someone special at the end of our happies and crappies that you have heard here and there throughout the season. The man, the myth behind the scenes. We're going to get his happies and crappies because we're sure he has some.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Then we're
He's
going
had
to
put up
do...
with us for 20 episodes.
Exactly. Then we are going to do a little retrospective report card of season 1 as our little time capsule to ourselves and to you, our listeners, as what we did with our first season. And this isn't even our first full season. These numbers are only 17 episodes in. So
Yeah.
all the good things. Then I have a little segment called What to Expect When You're Expecting Season 2, in which you will find out where you can find us to hang out with us in between seasons because we're not slowing down, y'all.
No. If anything, we're picking up.
We are, and we're testing new things, new show concepts, all the good stuff. So we'll tell you more about that then. And then we'll end with this special little segment. I asked the ladies of the pod to please write their future selves a little note, just a little time capsule of what they hope they will be at by the end of season 2, which will be next January.
Wow.
I know.
Crazy.
I mapped that out. So let us begin. Da-da-da-da. Okay.
I'm
Happy.
going to have some paper sounds again. I'm so
Of
sorry.
course, because
Listen, I do these when I'm at my job.
hurry up. Halsey loves an ASMR moment.
And then I don't transcribe them onto my computer.
It's fine. Okay, I'll go first with my happies and crappies. Happies. My new my new business opportunities are now in contract.
Yay.
Yay!
We love
New
that.
contracts.
Money.
One of them said they were so impressed it was easy to say yes. So suck it, last job. Anyways, January was the most active month I've had in 6 months.
Wow. Physically?
Physically, not business wise. Another day, another month.
Yeah.
But no, I did my 10,000 plus steps a day, went to the gym every day except for 2 days,
Wow.
and killed it. I'm very happy with myself.
Yeah.
And I feel fantastic, except I'm very sore today because why? I did leg day. I always do leg day right before I leave. Stupid.
It's a choice.
Every time.
And then my last happies are pod related.
Mm.
We finished a whole season. We did it without killing each other. And we started a...
Were we close?
we were close.
Yeah.
A couple times. And we started a company together in August. Like so much of our lives have changed in a very short period of time.
Yep.
And it's kind of hard to fathom, but I'm just so proud of us, and I've had so much fun doing it. And my constant happy over the last 5+ months is this.
I noticed it. I just didn't want to.
You're okay. Well, what have we learned? We can cut things out.
Oh,
Sorry.
we love a cutting out.
We love a cutting out. That's another happy. We've learned
Cut
how to
it
edit
out.
and take our time
yeah.
and take pauses. Thank God.
I do think our like fillers
They're getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I
aren't
noticed,
as bad as they were.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a hard habit to break, though.
absolutely.
Yes.
James paid us a great compliment, mostly me. Thanks. He is my husband. That it just feels as if we have gotten more used to picking up conversations and having something to say and not really stumbling over things and feeling a little more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And that feels good.
Yeah.
We're right where I hoped we would be by the end of season 1, which is this is starting to feel like a norm.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to have our own patterns and habits with this and know where we can be utilized in a company. It's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. My only crappy, my emotions are still very up and down lately. I just feel like I can't things make me upset very quickly. I'm like quick to not rage, but just thinking the worst of something and being negative. And I'm tired of that for myself. And I wish I could regulate my emotions a little better. I think that will come with time, but this season has been one that has been such a mixed bag, and my brain can't really handle that because I have been a planner since birth.
Yeah.
And if I don't have a plan, everything is unregulated. So I'm trying to get used to that and get used to the unexpectedness of life, and that there's positives in that too.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like there's been so much of a learning curve throughout the whole season. We have definitely had a lot of trial and error.
Absolutely.
And more error. And
A few more errors.
Some more errors.
but we're figuring it out. So
the more I spend on more time I spend on Threads, getting to know other podcasters and networking on there, the more I realize we are well and above our competitors who also started out around the same time.
Yeah.
And we are growing at a much faster pace than most. So that feels good. Yeah. It's just hard to start something new, but also have no background as to what is the norm.
Yeah.
Because podcasting in general is an extremely fresh industry. Even though it's been around for a while, it's the amount that it's grown and the amount of people that have popped into podcast industries has been fresh.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of reporting to be had, or what is the norm for a new podcast or even a large podcast. Media companies keep that information very close to their chest. So we could talk about that more though.
Yeah.
When we talk about our report card.
We started a podcast with no prior real experience in the field, in the, medium, but also with no
financial backing,
social media backing. I mean, none of us are influencers or known, yet, but yeah, so many of the most, quote unquote popular podcasts right now, or whatever, the stuff that's trending is podcasts made by people who had established
notoriety
audiences already, and we didn't have that.
No. I've had a couple friends suggest things about other podcasts. I'm like, why don't you try this or why don't you try that, which I love. However, this is a note to my friends. I can't listen to opinions about podcasts from people who are famous.
Yeah.
That helps me not at all, because not only are they famous or have some kind of notoriety, like you said, they also have financial backing in order to make that podcast that much more successful. And we're doing this completely organically, which is unheard of in the social media world right now. I've never experienced growth like this at an organic level, which is awesome. And I've also learned a lot more about social media in the last 5 months, which is very unexpected for me. I thought I knew it all.
Yeah.
But
it's always something to learn.
Always. a trend to follow,
Yeah.
and a strategy to break. Yeah. Okay, Kelly, happies and crappies.
Oh boy. Okay. So my happies and my crappies are always surrounded by my eyes. Personally, I thought my eyes were doing better, and I don't know if it's just like bouncing back from the steroid a little bit, just getting used to it. It just feels like it's strained. It doesn't feel like it's the normal whatever I have.
Right.
So I think it's different, but I'm just trying to give my eyes some breaks, but they're causing me a little bit of pain. Not right now. Not today.
But we're gonna
But
limit
probably
some
this afternoon, evening, I'll be.
Yeah, I feel like by the end of the day,
Right.
your eyes are very red. Just that one.
Just this one.
Just that one.
Yeah. So crappies is, I'm just sick and tired of
I know.
eye pain because it sucks real bad.
Yeah.
And
there's so little you can do about it.
yeah. And then everything I want to do is on a screen.
I know.
So I'm like,
help.
can I watch something?
We can get you really into audiobooks.
Yeah, I need to.
And
Other
physical
podcasts.
books.
Yeah.
So yeah, my eyes have just been bugging me right now, and it just feels like it's never ending. But I got new glasses, and that's a
They're so
happy.
cute.
They're
I have my
mad
fancy
cute.
pair.
I was gonna say, are those your
These are my going out glasses.
party prescription?
Party
Party pair.
Wow, with the metal frame.
Ooh, I
Metal?
do like the metal frame.
Metal arms.
Yeah.
There's like little roses and
I
stuff
saw
over
that.
here,
Oh.
little flowers.
Fancy.
But I'm being extra fancy, and I'm not wearing my glasses for this episode.
No Apple Watches.
I know I took mine off.
Didn't wear mine.
So
Just the glam.
Moisturized
yeah.
my tattoos.
love. I need to be better about that. I don't know if we're doing resolution updates at all.
Why not?
Well,
Oh.
I'm just saying happy. I've washed my face very regularly.
Wow.
And my skin feels so nice.
It looks
I need to work
beautiful.
on like moisturizing the rest of my body regularly because I got dry skin. But
Your skin is the biggest organ on your body.
oh, and you forget about that.
Gotta feed it.
Yeah.
Make it feel luscious.
My other happies and my other crappies are pod related.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the same vein, sort of, for crappies is throughout the season, I felt like we had a little bit of communication. We weren't great at communicating all the time, and that caused some strife amongst the crew.
Yeah.
So I think we just had to find our rhythm, and it took a little bit longer than we would have hoped, but I think we found our rhythm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I was a little sad because we found it last recording weekend, and I was like,
2 weeks ago.
yeah, and I was like, oh,
dang it.
finale's next weekend, and we just had the best.
The best weekend.
Yeah.
But I think
It was necessary.
it was necessary. We had to go through the struggle of it all,
Yeah.
and it's going to make prepping for season 2 that much better, and season 2 that much better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
and all the in-betweens and all the new projects.
Yeah.
And our relationships are for the better
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
I don't think we give each other, including other people who are part of this project, enough credit that we did not know each other for the last 10 years, spent very little time together, didn't need to know how to communicate because we weren't in each other's day-to-day lives. And then we started a company after one phone call each.
True.
What if?
Yeah, like actually insane. And there's no one to compare that to.
No.
Do you know any family-made companies who are doing something like this? Who aren't
Who
famous?
had and who
aren't
had
a
no
Kardashian.
relationship.
Yeah. Exactly.
Had no relationship prior, really,
Yeah.
other than surface level. Let's have Christmas together.
Right.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Right. Or go
Yeah.
on a random couples trip or
Yeah,
something
like
like
a
that.
weekend vacation.
No, this is unheard of for the Carlin Gabberts. And while, yes, it took us till episodes 18 and 19, I think I'm kind of amazed that it only took us to end of season 1.
Yeah.
So much so that we're kind of talking about extending season 2. into more episodes because we're just having too much fun.
Yeah.
Too many thoughts.
Too many thoughts need to be said.
I thought of another story that I've never told, and I
Save it.
I'm saving it. No, but I have to drop a
Teaser.
teaser that we need to do we need to talk about like going out stories.
Like our stories?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Because Mike, our mother's boyfriend, and I were driving home. We were in Tempe for a show on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And we drove past a bar that I have a story for.
Okay, perfect.
And it just sparked something in me. And I told him the story. I'm like, I've never even told my mother that story.
Ooh, spicy.
So stay tuned.
So stay tuned for season 2 because we're going to do a Nights Out episode.
Yeah.
Like
we're
it.
just
Girls'
excited
night out.
Girls'
to
night out.
expand, tell more stories,
Yeah.
more opinions,
Mm.
all good things. Thank you for your happies and your crappies.
Thank you for your happies and your crappies.
I kept them short.
Yeah.
That.
My just life crappies since last recording weekend has just been January felt like 5,000 years. Quarter 1 so far has felt like 5,000 years, and we're only a month in. Work has been very busy. My job has been very busy, and it's just been a lot.
Yeah.
And then I just haven't been feeling great, like in my body.
Yeah.
But that's also because I'm like not really moving my body that much.
Yeah.
Because I've been busy.
Yeah.
And yeah. Happies. Love and life. I got an apartment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm moving out.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Into your preferred neighborhood.
Into my preferred neighborhood.
In a 1-bedroom, which is unheard of
In
for a
one
first apartment.
bedroom. It's beautiful. It's all brand new.
In-unit laundry.
Yeah,
Unit
baby.
laundry. It literally ticks all of my boxes.
Love.
It's perfect. It's so pretty.
Good.
Everything is new and shiny.
Yeah.
It's never been lived in. And it's a 3-minute commute to work.
That's so nice.
And it's so nice. And I'm just, I love the neighborhood. Super excited to be there again and be on my own. So I get to move in a month.
Yay.
I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
I'm going to be broke, but I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I think you will be broke for the first couple of months just because you have to reset and realign what rent feels like.
Yes.
But it'll
even itself
You'll
out.
figure it out. Yeah.
There's also like my likes and ups are bad today.
It's okay.
It's because we pointed it out.
Yep.
I know.
Yep, my whole brain just shut off.
Just take a second.
I took my meds. They're kicked in. I can feel it.
You're like, they're here.
They're here.
It's going to take a few months for your budget to...
For my budget to sizzle out a little bit. And also, my lease is up on my car next February. So, like, in a year, hopefully I'll be able to renew this lease or whatever that looks like.
How long was your lease for? 2?
3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had a 3-year lease. So in a year, I'll finally own my car.
Yeah.
And so that bill will go down significantly. Also, because I'm moving to a better neighborhood, again, my car insurance will go back down.
Love it.
Because it went up like $50 a month because I changed zip codes.
Yeah. But even more than that, you will have a better grocery budget.
Yes.
You won't be eating out as much because you get to go home for lunch.
Yes.
You probably won't eat out any for the first couple of months just so that you can be
I'm
able
going
to
to save a lot on gas.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
not
so
gonna be
ton
much.
on
driving
gas.
40 minutes to get home
Exactly.
from work every day.
We're
going
going
to
to be your furthest commute.
My furthest commute will be pod weekends.
Yeah.
It will take me a minute to get here on
okay.
family dinner nights, but it's so worth it. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to be launched.
Yeah.
And
It is time.
Yes.
it's very much time.
It's going to be good for
so
you.
that is my life happy.
Yeah.
My season 1 crappy is I wish we had more time in those first few episodes to dive deeper like we did in further episodes.
Yeah.
And similarly to Kelly's kind of season 1 crappy is that I wish we could have gotten to where we got 2 weeks ago sooner. And obviously, like, those wrestling, all that stuff needed to happen. Hard conversations needed to happen outside of podcasting, just as a family. Yeah. And I'm so glad that those things have happened. But I like kick myself a little bit that it couldn't have happened sooner.
You guys are so funny because it's not even your fault. It was literally my fault that we didn't have that conversation until then. Because I was wrestling with having that conversation with you for months.
Yeah.
And I just kept wanting to give us all the benefit of the doubt that we were doing new things that we've never done before, both singularly and together. I'm glad that it happened when it did, because I needed you to kind of see me not just as sister, but also as the person who wants to make this into a big old company. And not your boss, but someone that you could trust in this dream with. Yeah. And I don't think I mentally and confidence-wise was ready to be that person until 2 weekends ago. Yeah. So, thanks for giving me the time.
For sure. I think there was also a lot of things with, for lack of a better phrase, like the universe needed to kick us in the butt a little bit.
Hell yeah.
For a few months. And that happened. And I think we needed to learn to lean on each other in very different ways than we ever have had to, as a family and as, sisters and friends and coworkers,
business owners,
business partners. Yeah. So my happy kind of tied in with that is getting the opportunity to create something as a family has been so special and hard and challenging and thought-provoking and healing and inspiring. And the fact that we get to just keep doing it is so cool. And I'm a cry.
No cry.
No crying.
Oh my God. On that note,
Skullie is here.
Hello, Skullie.
Hey, Skullie.
Yo, what up?
Okay.
I hated that.
It's your turn, sir. Okay. Give us your happies and your crappies.
All right, bet. Let's see. Happies for what? What do you want to say?
Are you doing like personal happies and crappies or just podcast happies and crappies?
Well, if I do personal happies and crappies,
they'll reveal your identity.
We know who you are.
Here's the thing. If you don't know at this point, you probably have some sort of learning disability.
Be nice.
Or you're living under a rock.
Or don't know us personally.
That too. Let's just hope they just don't know us.
We'll give you a sneak peek at our new show called Skullie
Unfiltered.
Ooh, I got the goosebumpies.
Skullie Unfiltered is going to feature Jansen, the fourth man, the man, the myth, the legend behind the desk, behind the booth. So if you aren't already a Patreon subscriber, consider that. It's a new show coming out soon. It's going to be time spent with ladies and the just revolving door of people that come through our home to sit and talk movies, tech, talk culture, whatever we want to talk about. It's really an open book, but it's going to be audio only for ease, and should be a fun listen. So happies and crappies. Happy is time spent with family has been a positive one. I've really gotten to enjoy having you guys here every other weekend, and just, being a little bit more intentional with that time. It's not something we've always had. Yeah. And it's been something that's been missing from our lives for, quite a while. So it's been good to do that again. Along with that, I've been able to get even more alone time out of it, which I know you guys think is super selfish sometimes, but
no. Well.
I really enjoy my alone time. So when you guys are all, canoodling and doing your own thing, it gives me that freedom, and I've been really happy to have that. It makes me happy.
He's happy that I have someone to entertain me.
She's distracted, guys. She's distracted. It's great.
Kelly, look over here. Shiny.
Sparkles.
Personal crappies. My health lately has been kind of shit, but it's getting better, and I know what my problems are, and I'm fixing them.
Yeah.
Just more of a pain in the ass than anything, and I'm just annoyed with it. Yeah. So, but we'll get back on track, and
fixable.
It's all fixable.
Yeah.
Pod crappies. All of you. I'm just kidding. you know, there's a lot to be said about the effort that we have to put into things and the expectations that we set for ourselves, and and not meeting some of those expectations for some and others is difficult. And it makes things weigh on each other. And I feel like we've learned how to cope with that better throughout this whole thing. Like, you know, kind of I think everybody's kind of mentioned it at this point, you know, it's not been easy. And it's not going to be perfect either going forward. We're still going to have those problems, and that's just part of working together as a company, as a, you know, entity, and as a family.
Well said.
But beyond that, I'm really happy with how far we've come. I'm happy to have been able to help platform 3 women and hear their voices across the internet and giving them the voice that they deserve. And if I can be a small part of that, it's, you know, something to be proud of. So thanks.
I'm crying, and it's fine. I'm crying, and it's fine.
It's what I do. And now we're going back to
Skullie Filtered.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
We love you.
Love you. Go
Love you
enjoy
guys.
your alone time.
Go play your video games.
Video games.
Bye.
Oh wow! I didn't know I needed to get emosh.
Wow.
That was great. Next, I don't know if I said this to you when I came up with the idea to do the report card, but I love the Vanity Fair Billie Eilish interview that they do every year.
I'm obsessed with them.
Obsessed.
Where's this year's? Did
It already happened.
I didn't see it. Okay.
Go get it.
Whoops. I love them, though.
I love them. Little time capsule. You get to see this massive amount of growth that this woman has gone through in a very short amount of time in her very young life. And I wanted to do something kind of like that with this whole episode, but I wanted to get into the nitty gritty of the data just to brag a little bit. Okay.
Just a whittle.
We earned it.
We did. As of Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, here is where Blood and Contracts is at. We have 150 plus subscribers on YouTube. Because of those subscribers and because of the amount of attention we've gotten in our YouTube shorts, we are now sitting at 130,000 views on our channel, which is inclusive of full episodes and our shorts, all that good stuff.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. There are 2 numbers that are super important in YouTube to be able to become monetized and make this a true business. You need to get over 500 subscribers, and you need to reach 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views. The shorts views, if it pops off, that 3 million is nothing because the power that shorts have is pretty intense. Yeah. But you have to have a good amount of subscribers to have shorts pop off like that. However, the 3,000 views for watch hours of the entire channel, we have a whole year to be able to get there. Right now, we're sitting at 345 watch hours since just October.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for our channel because we only put out, the majority of our season, we only put out 1 episode a week. Now we're putting out almost 2 episodes a week, which is crazy because we now have 2 other shows. Contract Kitchen debuted. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that in the what to expect when you're expecting season 2, as well as a brand new show that debuts on February 16th called, for now, Tarot Time with Kelly and I. And we'll tell you more about that later. So the more shows that we put out, more episodes that we get to put out in between seasons, the more those watch hours will go up and will get us closer and closer to monetization. Because my dream that I am manifesting is that we are monetized by the time May 6th rolls around, which is our debut for season 2.
Wow. That's a big goal.
I know, but I'm going to put it out there and we're going to see what happens.
Put it into the universe.
You never know.
You got to tell her what you want.
I thought you were going to say by October.
Oh, a year?
Yeah.
No, I think we can do it sooner.
I'm like, stressed.
My eyes are already busted out of my head. Okay, so that's
I've already got a plan.
Also, by the way, just guess how many videos we published since October.
Oh, God. Since October?
Yeah.
Between
on YouTube.
Shorts and
episodes.
All of the above?
Yeah.
So at least 18.
Like 60?
150.
You were close.
Oh.
134.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say 100, but I went low. I lowballed it.
We have been pumping out content.
It's all them cut downs.
All them cut downs. I know, right?
And 3 of us.
And there's only 4 of us.
Well,
we are at 122 Instagram followers. Thank you, Instagram.
Thanks, Instagram.
Instagram is our healthiest social platform because I don't put YouTube in social media platforms. YouTube is a TV channel or a media channel. So 122 of you have joined us on Instagram. Thank you. Thank you so much. We've already reached almost 70,000 people on Instagram. So that's wild to me.
Yeah.
And we are at good old 97 followers on TikTok.
just keeps ebbing and flowing.
Crawling around.
Hey, TikTok. We had one hit like 340 in a few hours the other day.
That's true.
It's making us work for it.
It really is.
Can you give us a break, please, TikTok?
Please. We love you so much. That's what makes me so sad. You're making me become a YouTube fan, TikTok. Come on.
TikTok, I'll give you my personal data.
I'll give you my firstborn child. I'm not having children. So yeah. Very proud to see those numbers, to also be validated online and by our podcast coach that this just doesn't happen. The fact that we are sitting at 20 episodes in 5 months is insane. So
we beat all the humps.
All of them, bitches.
All the ones that most podcasts quit by, we've crushed them.
Crushed them. By the way, I think, did I tell you guys that I found my old episodes of my first podcast?
Oh, no.
Let me tell you how rough those episodes were. And we only made it to 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Really?
Isn't that funny? At 6 episodes, we had a huge fight and we just could not get past it. And we actually broke up as friends. So, beating the odds.
Shoot.
Crushing it.
That's it. That's our
wild.
little report card. I want to do it at the end of every season just to see the growth, because when you're in it, it's so hard to see it, to know that you're actually making moves. We talked about this last episode or 2 episodes ago. I look at our followers or our insights before every pod weekend just to see how much we've grown, because I don't recognize it day to day.
Yeah.
And I need to.
Yeah.
So that's our Billie Eilish report card.
Yeah.
Thank you
Love you, Billie.
for joining us.
Ding. What to expect when you're expecting season 2. Okay, we've kind of we made a mistake in that we got so excited about all of our book club, our Renaissance resolutions, and our new shows that we don't want to just go away. So in order to stay in touch with us, here are the places that you can follow. For book club, we're going to try a couple different things just to see where the audience is. Because first of all, I would really love Book Talk to start to see us more. I think it's sprinkling in a little bit, but we want to play around with some lives. So we're going to try a live on TikTok and a live on YouTube over the next month and do hosted book clubs on Saturday mornings.
Oh, I'm guessing we're going live on your TikTok because...
Yes.
Okay, I was like, we can't do that on our TikTok
yes,
yet.
we can. So I have
We're going to work the system.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they're full of book talk people.
Oh, that's right, because you can invite...
Yes. I'm sneaky. So on TikTok,
get around your rules, TikTok.
Exactly. On TikTok, you can't, I think you have to have 1,000 followers to go live now. It used to be 10,000, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I can go live. Also, my audience is all book talk people. So I'm hoping that will kind of help us out, and I'll invite Blood and Contracts. That way we can do it virtually too and try that out. Because another thing that we're going to be working on for season 2 prep is kind of testing some virtual potting and seeing how that feels like, because I don't live here, don't know when and if we'll ever be able to live together in the near future. So we kind of need to find other ways to make content without me driving 400 miles, 300 miles. Yeah. 4,000 miles. Yeah. So if you want to be a part of our book club, which we are reading, can you grab it? ACOTAR.
Sorry, my fancy glasses were sitting on top.
Not the party pair. Look, it's so pretty. Just a little pop of color.
My nails match with the
cover. They really do.
They did when we read the Songbirds.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's like, you're also wearing I told you this last night, a very Feyre dress, because
is that how you pronounce her name?
Feyre, yes. Oh, I would like to also, before you start reading, pronounce the other name in here, because I thought it was one way the entire time I read the series. Then I finished, and my friend Brie was like, Nope. That is not how you say his name. So it's spelled Rhysand, which you would think is Rysand.
Yeah.
It's not. It's Rhysand.
Rhysand.
I hate it.
I do too, but his nickname, they shorten it, is Rhys. Yeah. So the majority of the time...
Not Rice.
Exactly. But I thought it was Rice the whole time. Rhys, not Rice.
Well, I'm glad you told me, because in the Darker Shades of Magic world, Rhy, R-H-Y.
Yes. That's
Is that
right.
how you would pronounce his name? Yeah. So I would have definitely been pronouncing that wrong the whole time. So,
but also, why can't it be Rysand and he gets called Rhys? You know,
I said the same thing to Bree, because Rhysand is not a sexy name.
Terrible name.
It's a terrible name. Rhysand, though, I would like to meet a Rhysand.
Rhysand.
And he's so tall and zork and handsome. Anyways, I'm very excited for you guys to get into this. I'm already 70% through.
I'm on chapter 2.
Hey. I'm on page 1.
Well, you're finishing up another series. Yeah. Okay, so that's book club. Now, contract kitchen. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this episode that you're listening to right now airs February 19th. So our Valentine's Day episode just came out.
Yes. Watch us make some. Can I say what we're making?
Yeah, tell them.
Tiramisu. So you can make it for your Valentine.
Yeah. It's all love month long.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Halsey has a Valentine.
Maybe.
Have you asked?
Not yet.
Well, presumptuous. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. Contract Kitchen is Kelly's show that she hosts on our YouTube channel. We're coming out with episodes every other week.
Yeah.
You want to tell them more about what's in store and what your hope is for the show? Because so far they've only seen you and me cooking.
Yeah. So it is my show. So I'm going to be the consistent host of it. And from time to time, we'll have new guests. Sorry, I just said We're going to have new guests on the show, and we're going to do all sorts of things. We're going to have some competition type cook showdowns. Yep. We're going to have maybe Halsey will show up and we'll do something fun. Yeah. I'm still undecided about what I want to make. I'm on the fence about our choice. We are going to do some taste test show episodes where we're trying some fun things and guessing.
Taste and guess
type situations. Yeah. We're going to just hang out and have a good time. And
and it's an opportunity for you to meet more of the pod fam, the pod crew, friends of the pod.
The extended family.
The extended pod fam.
Yes.
So
and friends.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So
it's fun to watch you create something that kind of meets a part of your heart. I think food is something that you have used to express yourself since I've known you, and I love getting to watch it online.
Oh, thank you.
It's a blast, and it's so enjoyable.
Thank you. Sometimes I second guess myself. I'm like, do I like food this much?
Because we're going all in.
Yeah.
But it's not, I shouldn't say it's a cooking show. It's just a food show, and we get to kind of do whatever we want with it in the category of food.
Cocktails sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I want it to be, whatever we want it to be. And we get to, because it's our show and we get all the say. So yeah, it's going to have many different looks of what we're doing throughout the episode, but it's going to have the same me.
Yep. Same her.
And assorted guests.
So cute.
Assorted guests. I love it.
Love it.
Cute. Next, tarot time. On the weeks that you don't get a contract kitchen, you're now getting a tarot time. Tarot time was a concept show that we made on our Patreon, which I just want to say, we're trying to use Patreon as our testing ground. You're our little guinea pigs. So if you want to know the nitty gritty, the behind the scenes, see stuff before everybody else sees stuff, and also help us shape the show, that's what Patreon is going to become or is becoming. So Tarot Time started there. We reworked the show in a couple of different ways to a point where we're really proud of it. And it is debuting February 16th with a fresh episode, and then we're going to sprinkle a couple of old episodes through because we can, because this is our channel.
As Trixie and Katya say, because this is our show and not yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love them. Tarot Time is an opportunity for Kelly and I to educate ourselves on tarot and astrology and spirituality, scratch that itch of wanting to just find something new in the spiritual world, but also to invite friends and family to come on the show, get readings, talk about astrology, talk about your signs, maybe do people's astrocartography and tell them where they should be living.
Yeah.
There's so much that can happen there. I'm really excited. I also feel like it's one of the only shows that we're making right now that you can just pop on in the background. It's definitely a vibe. We're usually in our comfy cozies, chilling, the lights are lower, and we just kind of create an ambiance for you. So pop us on into the background while you work and listen along.
Yeah. And we're learning a lot of this as we go.
Yes.
Because I don't have a ton of knowledge in that realm. So I think if you don't have to know a lot about it to get anything out of it, because we're learning right there with you. So
yeah, exactly. And that's what I've told the few people that we want as guests, that you don't need to know anything about tarot. If you have even a little bit of interest in the spiritual world,
if you know your zodiac sign,
that's
all we need.
If you know your sun, moon, and rising, you can come on.
Yeah,
come on.
And I rarely remember mine. So,
Libra, Pisces, Aquarius,
Sagittarius.
I just need to think about Tiffany every time I think about your signs.
Well, yeah.
Because she's a Sag. So that's Tarot Time.
Yeah.
Renaissance resolutions. They're going to go all year long. So if you want to follow any one of us with our Renaissance resolutions, you can do so on our personal socials, which are linked below in the episode description.
Yeah. I think all of us are at and then our names, right?
But we all have
in
different,
some capacity.
Yeah, we have all. You have just your name. Kelly has a period. I have an underscore.
It's because I'm special.
Because I told you to change your handle like 10 years ago.
And I didn't.
And you didn't. And then Halsey, the music artist, came onto the scene.
Oopsie. How rude.
Swips.
So rude.
At least I still have my full name.
Yeah, I'm very jealous
with
of
no
that.
periods, commas, or underscores.
A douchebag that works for Barstool Sports has my full name.
Isn't he like dying though? I saw something that he's like...
No.
He was having some medical thing.
I'll Google that later. Interesting. I did not see that. He was really rude to me one time on Twitter when he was like 16, so I'm not a fan.
The late comedian George Carlin's daughter's name is Kelly.
Oh.
Interesting.
She spells it with a Y though, but still my name was taken.
Dang.
Without the period.
Dang. I always wanted to be related to
I love it.
Patreon. $5 a month. I haven't told the ladies this yet, but by season 2, I would like to launch the $1 tier. So you will get access to something for the $1 tier by season 2, because I just want to offer a cheaper something with less stuff.
Yeah.
But on there, you will get Buds and Buns, which is our late night episode or late afternoon, depending on how tired we are, where some of us have partaken in herbs and some of us haven't. And we sit and we chat and we do fun things like watch TikToks together and make each other laugh.
I have some good ones.
So do I, man.
We ask spicy questions sometimes.
Yes. Yep.
About the cuff. Spicy questions.
About what we've talked about in full episodes. And just trying to be goofballs. We're also doing, I try to upload every other month behind the scenes photo bombs of like everything that we've done while on pod weekends and all the goofy stuff that happens here. And I never post those photos anywhere on social. So the only place that you would be able to see them and see what we're up to will be on Patreon.
Snap.
For now, $5 a month. Okay. So next. We are flying through this episode. I love it. Season 2 letters. I'm going to go last. Who would like to go first?
I can go first. My letter is kind of, I'll be honest, I wrote it last night. It's tired. And it's just kind of like random thoughts in my head. So I don't know if it's coherent.
I love it.
We'll find
Here
out.
we go. Hey, you.
Cute.
Look at you go. Listen, when I wrote in my journal, I talked to myself. I talked to my journal like it's a human.
Yes, I love that we have that context too, because that makes this letter make more sense.
So you said an easy yes to something that was exponentially out of your comfort zone, and by doing so, you've learned more about yourself than you ever thought possible. A lot can happen in a year or so, because I wasn't sure like date-wise where this is gonna
January
fall. So I'm looking forward to the empire we'll continue to grow. I look forward to the slow mornings and working hard for what we, in all caps, want. This is just the beginning of something exciting, so buckle up, smiley face. I can't wait to see how far our ideas have come. The time and effort we're putting into this is going to pay off. Most of all, I can't wait to see where our relationships are from a year from now. For the first handful of years as part of this family, I feel like we never had the right opportunities to get to actually spending quality time together and getting to truly know each other. I'm so thankful for the friendships that were hard to build, and I can't wait for everything the future has in store for us. Thank you, Bailey and Halsey, for playing with me, crying with me, and going on this crazy adventure together and being some of the best sisters by contract a girl could ask for.
Oh,
Love ya, Kelly.
Love ya.
Sweet.
That is great for late night Kelly.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Dear Halsey, in parentheses, mostly Bailey and Kelly.
And I was like, I'm kind of writing it to myself, but like also I'm writing it to you guys.
Mostly to you guys. And little Skull. I hope season 2 and 2024 have treated you kindly. I hope we continue to grow together and fight for our relationships and the growth of our creations. At the end of season 2, I hope to have found and developed my own niche in our space, a place or thing of my own creation that helps further encapsulate our message and ethos. When people hear our names or Blood and Contracts or Virgo and Co., I want them to remember our love for each other and the things we are building and creating together. Above all else, I hope we only continue to be known by each other and continue to seek out ways to love and support one another better. I love you both endlessly.
Oh,
Cute. I have a surprise.
Oh, no.
I did not write a letter.
I knew it.
You Sorry.
I wrote the first chapter of my book.
Oh my gosh.
God.
And I'm going to read it to you.
I'm so shocked.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
You want them to hear it too?
I want them to hear it too because
Okay.
I want it to legitimize.
Yeah.
In my brain,
Mm-hmm.
I read it to one other person. Their reaction was like sold me in wanting to do this. And
Okay.
I'm going to read it to you.
Can I have the tissues?
I'm so surprised also because you were like, no one will.
Oh, that's so
All
many.
the tissues.
The box is empty.
Oopsies. Anyways. Okay. Go ahead.
Am I going to cry too?
No, I don't know what your reaction will be because I just don't think you guys know also what I was thinking of writing.
No.
No.
Nothing.
Okay. This is my book. For now, it's titled Kathleen Christina Bailey. Kathleen was running. There's absolutely no way in hell he's catching up with me, she thought to herself, wind whipping her short bob back and forth across her cheeks. Kathleen Biarco found herself running down the main street of Ronan, Montana, with her brand new 3-inch Mary Janes swinging from one hand and her hauling her overpacked suitcase in the other. Pursuing her was none other than Craig Ferguson, all 6'6" of him to her 5'2", clad in his varsity Letterman jacket riddled with patches from his myriad of football records. It was downright annoying how gorgeous he looked while she could be so enraged with every fiber of her being in this moment. She could as soon as smack the ever-loving tar out of him and kiss the ever-loving daylights out of his stupid, crooked grin, and the freckles and that auburn hair, and would you stop running, Kathleen? There was one thing that Kathleen could hold over Craig any day, and that was that she could long distance run without thinking twice about it. He envied her stamina, and if she wanted to, she could keep this up for another hour easily. It was the way he said her name at the end. a note of genuine desperation. When he said it, the name ended in a sob almost. It did something to her heart then. She could never bear being the reason he hurt, but this time would be the last time. So she stopped, and then he collided with her. What a sight they must have been if anyone had seen them, but this was Ronan. The sidewalks were rolled in by 6 p.m. on a Friday night, let alone this particular crisp Tuesday evening. Mary Jane's flying in midair, Letterman jacket ripping, the small limbs mixed with large limbs all rolled into one now lay sprawled out in front of the movie theater's front doors. Their town was small. 1 library, 1 grocery store, 1 theater with 1 screen, 1 church, Catholic, of course, and 1 high school. The same high school she was scheduled to graduate from in 1 week, but she wouldn't be there. Running from Craig had been on impulse. 1 minute he was asking her to marry him, and the next she was running the opposite direction. This was perhaps not exactly the answer Craig was hoping for, which is why he has chased her down Main Street, and also why they now lay tangled in front of the Biarco Theater. Her great-grandfather's last contribution to the town before he died of a heart attack. The story goes he too collapsed at the front doors during a ribbons-cutting ceremony. He didn't even get to see a film in the last building he designed and built. Cursed. The Biarco family was always cursed. Back to Craig. He was proposing for all the wrong reasons, she thought to herself. I can't marry you, Craig. Her tone was stark, matter-of-fact, and enunciated so clearly he turned his head to see if she had turned to stone on top of it all. Nope, still flesh and blood, her sun-kissed skin still freckled all over from the last summer weekend on the lake. How could someone so beautiful and glowing hurl the ugliest words at him? She could be so cruel and cold when she had made up her mind. He sat up on the sidewalk, scooting back to rest his back against the nearby ticket booth, brushing off the dirt from his Levi's and assessing the new rip in his Letterman jacket. His mother was going to lose her mind. You're pregnant, Kathy. You don't have a choice. We can be a family. I can do this for you. He said all this so mindlessly, as if her entire existence wasn't being thrown into balance. She knew she was making the right decision. All that was left was to throw the last dagger and make it stick. Craig, please, just be quiet. You're making this so much harder than I planned on it being. She was standing now, wiping the dirt off her petticoats, examining the nasty road burn on her shin, and finally adjusting the soft pink blouse, which, upon further discovery, was completely annihilated with scuff marks across the back. Doreen was going to be furious. And don't call me that, she snapped before he could reply. You know I don't like being called Kathy. You do it just to irk me. Her mother called her Kathy, her father called her Kathy. All 3 brothers and her priest called her Kathy, but everyone she could control called her Kathleen. It was more sophisticated in her mind. Worldly and adventurous women are named Kathleen. Kathy's, on the other hand, got stuck in Ronan, getting married to their high school boyfriend who allegedly knocked her up. Now was the time to set the record straight. You know it's not your baby, and you know I'm not going to marry you. 2 blows, short and dagger-like, said with a thick layer of coldness and malice to drive home the finality. It's not that Craig was dumb, although football helmets in 1958 weren't protecting much. Sometimes she just had to repeat herself for him to really hear her. It seemed, though, that this time her words were sinking in, and sinking in quickly. Craig was dumbfounded, but not breaking eye contact with her, almost like he was willing her to take it back. But the truth was in the air. Almost all the truth. The details, he didn't need to know those. I'm leaving tonight. You won't ever see me again, okay? In 2 hours, I'm leaving, and that's all there will be to this. You can forget about me and forget about the baby, because neither are yours. With every word that she said, she imagined an imprint of pain that would remain on him for years to come, but this was her only option. The whole truth was this. Kathleen was pregnant at 17 in a rural town called Ronan. It's 1958, and her married 35-year-old lover has broken the news to her this morning over the phone, a call she had waited weeks to receive from him, that he was not going to be helping her. In fact, he told her flippantly, in their 3-minute call, if she went public with her claims that he was the father or that they had been in any relationship, he would deny them. Mr. X, a nickname he had given himself in one of his first love letters to her 6 months ago, was a known man, a man of stature in the big city down the highway. But Kathleen was no longer the little woman he had seduced. Now she was angry, wiser, and expecting his child. Mr. X already had 3 children by way of his wife, whom he'd been married to for 15 years. Kathleen hadn't done anything for 15 years, but in 15 minutes she would be on her way out of this godforsaken town. Her bags were packed and stowed away in her older brother Bill's Mustang, parked behind her great-grandfather's theater. And in 15 minutes she would be on her way to Bozeman to confront Mr. X.
God damn.
Chapter 1.
I had chills so many times.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
It will be fiction based on facts and generational and it'll span 120 years from chapter 1 to the epilogue.
Wow.
That's awesome. Good job.
Thanks. Now I gotta write it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to read it as my gift to you because I don't think I would not be here without going through the last 5 months. And I'm just excited to put dreams into reality, which I knew I've always been capable of, but couldn't be realized by myself. So thank you for her.
Well, I was enraptured for the entire thing. I mean, I could see it in my head. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can also already see the movie adaptation. So
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never know. And I wanted it in our time capsule.
And I see, oh my God, what is her name? She is in Stranger Things. She plays Max. Oh my God, what is her name?
Sadie Hawk.
Sadie something.
I don't watch Stranger Things.
No, I know, but I just she her look reminds me of what
that.
And what
Grandma looked like.
In the 50s.
If no one has figured that out. Kathleen was my grandma. Christina is my mom. And I'm Bailey.
Yeah.
And this is our crazy effing story.
Yeah. Slightly fictionalized, but
also
not that fictionalized.
A lot of fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for listening. I was shaking, but
I love it. It's awesome, babe. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, I feel like I can see it.
Yeah. I can too. I
love that.
And maybe someday you will see it as well in book format in front of you on your Kindle or in your Audible.
In your hands.
I read it to Amy. She was like, so you'll be voicing your Audible book because I loved more just listening to your voice read your words.
Yeah.
And I read it so fast to her though, because I have never read anything to anyone. And it's been so long since I've actually sat down and put a story together. I was shaking the entire time and talked so fast. She's like, you talked fast, but it also added to the intensity of the moment that you're reading. Yeah. So I felt like I was on edge. I was
and
like,
what a chapter 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. I want to do short chapters, kind of like Dan Brown does, because I love a short chapter.
Oh, I love a short chapter.
Because it just makes you want to
keep going.
Eat it all up.
Yeah. You can convince yourself to keep reading because you're like, a couple more pages. And a couple more.
Psychologically, I think I can convince myself to keep writing. That's the hard part. Because big chapters intimidate me that I have to fill it all. Yeah. But 6 pages, 7 pages, that's fine. That's doable.
Yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, I've mapped out the whole plot. And now I already put together like a page by day or page by week plan for the rest of the year. So I'm hoping that it's between like 500 to 600 pages and 3 parts.
Awesome. I love it. And a map per part.
A map. She loves a map, man.
I love a map. Listen, I was just I'm thinking it would be like a map of Ronan, and then a map of Phoenix, and then a map of Seattle.
Potentially. Oh, and Portland. Portland's in there too. Yeah. Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed Season 1 of Blood and Contracts. Many, many more seasons to come if we have anything to say about it.
Yep.
If you made it this far, well, I hope you're freaking subscribed because damn! We are on all of the socials at Blood and Contracts, all spelled out, all one word, all lowercase, no capitals. Please follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, YouTube for now. And Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're obviously going to continue to develop the audio aspect of what Virgo & Co. puts out. So continue to subscribe there as well. Rate and review us. We would love to get some new reviews in between seasons just to help legitimize us a little bit more. We have 2. Thank you. And 14 rates. Or 5 stars still.
Hey.
We'll take that.
We will take that.
The YouTube boys haven't found us on the
my
podcast
God.
yet.
Not yet.
No, God bless the YouTube Gen Z children. Hey, sister by contract.
That's me.
What's your name?
My name is Kelly.
Thank you for making a podcast and a company with me.
Yeah.
I love you very much.
Love you.
Sister by blood.
Saudi.
Is
Halsey.
Hi. Thanks for making a podcast with me and a company.
No problem.
Skullie, brother by blood. Love ya. Thanks for all that you do. And my name is Bailey. You have been watching and listening to Blood and Contracts for 20 episodes. And we will see you on May 6th for season 2. But for now, bye.
Bye. Kisses.
Goodbye.